Hey, everybody, it's that time again. It's Drinks with Dee Dee.
And John.
That's me. Here, click. Love you.
Love you too.
Mean it. And I'm setting my timer.
You got a drink.
There, I know I will. I will. There.
For luck.
For luck. There we go. There we go. I took a little sip. But I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Me too.
You can't drink my coffee.
No, I'm gonna drink my coffee.
So
I don't have whiskey in my coffee. Just plain coffee. And
you weren't supposed to say that. People were supposed to say,
I think
talk to them. I'll go fix it.
It's the fridge.
It's something you did.
I know it's something I did. I think it's the freezer. What's the freezer?
It's the freezer.
Because I was trying to hurry because we're doing a little earlier today, and so it's a bit. I'm a bit discombobulated. So of course John fixed it.
I wonder what the origin of that word is. Does that mean if you are not discombobulated, are you bobulated? It's a legitimate question.
I don't know. That's funny.
You know, there's a word, unkempt. Like the part of the house, the condo you're not seeing right now is pretty much unkempt.
No, it's not.
But there's no such.
That's not made. Big
but
deal.
There's no such.
What? It's just my suitcase with the clothes on top. Because John packs like I don't even know the word. Like
well,
German.
I packed well.
Yes, like a German engineer. His underwear's like that big by the time he's done with it. I don't know. He looked on a video.
I watched YouTube and I learned how to fold my clothes. But you ever help your grandma or your mom make biscuits? You know when you take the paper off the thing and then you pop it on the counter? That's what happens when Dee Dee opens a suitcase.
I know nobody makes biscuits like that. Not really. No, you have to make biscuits, mix it up, and you don't get it
When's
out
the last
of
time
the
you
can.
made? No, it's not a can. It's a little paper thing, and you go boom, and it goes.
Yeah, but,
you know what I mean? It goes.
oh, I know. It's like a Pillsbury. I mean, I've seen it, but that's not the way you're supposed to make biscuits. My mother was born in Kentucky. Her mother was born in Kentucky, and
I've been there.
They make biscuits the right way, not like the can and you throw it
That's
down.
not. Don't you cast aspersions upon my grandmother?
Oh, I guess I did.
I guess you did.
I'm
they
sure
were great.
She's wonderful.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Yeah, my grandmother worked. The one that did that a lot worked at the hospital in Mount Kisco.
Keep making me feel bad. She was a nurse, so she didn't have time to make biscuits the right way.
She didn't have time to make biscuits that way.
Mm-hmm. Homemade.
Yeah, but I really enjoy because I got to pop the thing on the
fun?
counter. Yeah, like that. It was great. It was a whole lot of fun.
And the other thing I bet you liked was Jiffy Pop. Remember you did the Jiffy Pop?
Like, oh, I love Jiffy Pop.
But I don't know if they do that anymore. Do they still have just Jiffy Pop?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Jiffy Pop popcorn was great.
See, John is very particular about his popcorn.
It looked like the Bluebonnet margarine crown.
Oh,
Bluebonnet margarine. It was a big.
Don't eat margarine. It's bad for you.
My God, how did I? If I'd have known I was going to live this long, I would have taken much better care of myself.
John's very particular about. Yeah, let me see. John's muscles are so big.
Stop.
He's doing the.
Oh, stop.
He's still doing the electrocution suit, and it is huge.
The catalyst suit is great. My suit coats don't fit anymore. Pretty fun. So much going on. So much going on in the world.
I got Joe Trump card.
Oh yeah, how about that? We're watching the news this morning from the White House lawn where they're putting up two new big beautiful flags, right? Which I think President Trump has a. You remember hearing about in Mar-a-Lago? He put a flag up, and the homeowners association said it was no, it's too high. It's too high. It can't be more than such and such feet above the ground. Mm-hmm. So he said, oh, okay, all right. So he took the flagpole out of the ground, and then he raised the ground like 10 feet and wound up with it compliant, but 10 feet higher than it was when they said he had to take it down.
That's what they get.
Now, I know a lot of people think that's argumentative, but I admire that. I think that's pretty cool. So he's putting those flags out in front of the White House. And I don't know if this is right, but I heard somewhere, I think he's doing that himself. It's like his gift to the White House. They're like $15,000 a piece. But also he was talking about, that's probably just the polls. He was talking about a new way of legal immigration for folks who are like world changers who want to come in, and he said that he is going to. There's a green card, but this one is going to be kind of like a fast pass, and it's called a Trump card.
Got your Trump card.
So Dee Dee is singing a song about "Got Your Trump Card," and that is a song that Keith Burns and I wrote 2020, I think 2019, right after Nancy Pelosi ripped up the State of the Union address. You know, showing what a wonderful Speaker of the House and understanding Speaker of the House she was.
Classy.
Oh yes, my goodness, I wanted to go out and buy her whole line of jewelry and ice cream after that. But we wrote that song, and we did it here, did a video here in Nashville. Cody McCarver is in it. A bunch of our great friends are in it. And oh heck, let's just watch that video. Go ahead, Tony. Roll Trump card and see what people think. Okay, well that's pretty cool, you know, because I've always thought of myself as I'm a cowboy, right?
And we were watching Newsmax, and as soon as President Trump said that, we both looked at each other like,
huh? I'm not over there. Do that again. We both looked at each other like, huh? Okay. And I posted it on my YouTube channel. I put it out there, and I put it on Facebook.
And that goes in with the tour, honey.
Yeah, the tour.
So it's not, I want to be clear, it's not a concert tour.
Please do.
Because you know the concert tours are all lined up. You've got 30 sites. That's not what we're doing. This is to get John's music out there, but one song at a time. And John's got so much music. What, like over 300 songs maybe? I think.
There's 29 albums, and there's at least 10 on each. I don't know. I can't do the math.
Around that, but a lot. A lot.
A lot. It's a whole lot.
Right. So it's the 250th birthday of America.
The good old US of A.
The sesquicentennial. So it's a Happy Birthday America tour. So we love our country. So we thought, you know, this is a once in a lifetime thing. So we're going to do that. And while we're doing it, let's play John's songs. It may be one acoustic song. It may be.
Well, maybe a whole concert.
It may be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're doing
a bunch of them are going to be the whole concert with the band, the full Stars and Bars band, and Cody and Keith and everything. Big, you know, great, huge, monstrous, wonderful stuff. Yeah. But sometimes it's going to be. Like we have this crazy notion that if I can put a four-legged stool at four corners, I think it's Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and Colorado.
But here's the thing:
they meet in one spot.
We're already in Vegas, though.
Still, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are doing Vegas, so we might have two concerts there. But I can have one leg. I don't know that that's actually possible. I think it's a plaque, and they probably would not want me to put a stool on there. But I can just walk in a circle.
That's true.
Or a square.
4 songs, a little mini concert.
Or one song, just a strolling. You know, now I'm in Colorado. And anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm doing a motivational speech up in Spokane, right, in Washington. When I do that, I'll pull out a guitar and do a song or two while I'm doing that as well. So it's not going to be the same set everywhere. It's not even going to be the same thing everywhere, but it is going to, one common denominator will be, we're all going to sing happy birthday to this great country of ours.
And the Louisiana legislature, we were just there and they honored John. And it was so much fun.
That was great.
So sweet. It was great.
Very great. Yep. And then the night before, we were with all the sheriffs, most of the sheriffs. I'd say like 90% of the sheriffs from the state of Louisiana.
That was fun.
And the food, I think we talked about that already last week. That corn stuff and that it was just, food was, I don't know what it is that people in Louisiana know about seasoning or how long you cook something. But, you know, I know that sometimes the recipe, like with meat, they'll cook it for a little while one day, and then they'll put it in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days, and let it season, let it marinate. Then they'll cook it. Anyway, it's a multi-stage process, and boy, does it show, because that food, oh my gosh.
I think the South overall.
And community coffee too. We love community coffee.
Yes.
That we're drinking community coffee here right now.
We are.
Actually, and that is that's in right there in Port Allen, I think, is where they roast all the coffee beans right there on the glorious Mississippi. Anyway,
so if you all have ideas and you've given them, keep them coming. Ideas of where we can perform or do like the show or the happy birthday celebration,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Someone's proposed fishing. Someone's proposed bowling.
Gosh, I'm just not any good at fishing. I'm not any good at bowling either. We tried. You've seen us with the duck.
I'm always the worst one in duck pen. I can't do it for some reason.
You use both hands.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I bowl with both hands because I'm ambidextrous, and I'm probably not a good idea, but I can't help it. I just alternate hands.
You should put a one left-handed, like a 7-iron or something, in your bag.
I should.
Just to see if you can hit it.
I can golf left-handed too.
And
I am left-handed, but I golf right-handed.
And do the overlapping thing. We were watching a thing this morning. There was this joker yesterday in New York, state representative, I think, got arrested because he joined arms, locked arms with some folks who were being deported. So once again, we have an elected public official getting in the way of ICE doing their job. Their job is to get not just illegals out, but first and foremost, they'll get to that down the road maybe, but first and foremost, if they are currently setting their sights on someone, you can bet that that someone is on a list where you don't want them living down the hall from you.
Murderers, rapists,
Yeah.
both. Drug dealers.
Felons of some kind.
Terrible people.
So I don't understand why people are erring on the side of unsafety. That's not
liberals. I've never heard a conservative. Not yet anyway. A conservative say, yeah, let's keep those illegal murderers and rapists and drug dealers. Why?
Yeah, why would you say murderers have rights too? The hell they do.
And why do that as a liberal?
You gave your right away when you murdered somebody.
No, I believe some liberals, I'm sure many are with us, but so many are not.
Well, they're the loudest ones. So my point is that then this guy gets on the news, the what do they call it? Not mainstream. What do they call news?
Lamestream.
Lamestream. Oh, I like that. They got on Lamestream News, and they said, "Were you thinking about getting arrested when you went there yesterday?" I said, "Oh, no. I'm just trying to protect my wonderful people who this and that." Oh, bullshit. You went there to grandstand. That's what's happening now. And the guy that bum rushed Kristi Noem. We talked about that too, but all he had to do was stand there and yell, which is disrespectful, but still, if he's standing there and interrupting, I don't think they could have arrested him because he was not posing a physical threat. Yelling at someone I learned this last week, it's assault. Laying your hands on someone is battery. So if you're yelling, you are still guilty of assault. So maybe they could have arrested him, but they would not have been physical with him. But he did that so that he could, and then he had 20 minutes with her. He did that so that he could grandstand on television and capture. This is the only thing that the governor of New York has ever said that I agree with. She said, stop trying to capture the viral moment. So she said that to someone who was accusing her of caring more about illegals than her constituency. I agree with the woman who was accusing her, personally. But he did that day so that he could, later on in that afternoon, if he wasn't in jail, and for some reason he wasn't, he should have been. I sure as hell would have been if I stormed somebody. So that he could say, if this is how they treat a United States citizen, imagine how they're going to treat you. Oh, come on, give me an ever-loving break. You really think nobody sees through your nonsense? So people are doing that more and more and more these days. I'm going to talk around this. I have a friend in the medical profession, and someone is blasting them. And this is a person who has helped more people walk without pain than anybody, because he invented not only does he perform this procedure, but he invented this procedure. This is a man that spent 40 years helping people feel better. And there is someone out there trying to gain, what was that she said again? Capture the viral moment, only so that they can get more followers, not caring what they're doing to this man who has been in healthcare for 60 years. That to me is not viral. That is vile, and it is disgusting. And you and I and you, we need to figure out some way to make this stop. We need to figure out a way so that that particular mousetrap snaps on those greasy little hands so they can't do it anymore. So there.
Hmm. Well, some good news. I think it's good news. We ended up on to top 100 podcasts.
We did?
You love it.
I didn't know that. That's fantastic. Tony, give a drum roll and an applause. Oh, wait, do I hear applause? I think I hear applause. I do. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, don't stop. Don't stop.
So
don't stop. Don't stop.
I feel bad. I don't have the numbers memorized, but it's like the 28th or 27th on the best cocktail podcast. And then in the 30s.
27th, so we're like in the top 30?
Yeah.
Wow.
But we're in the top 40 for, get this.
Drink into that. What?
The best alcoholic podcast.
Well, other than that, it's just wonderful.
I
think that's so great.
I like to think of it as
drink, it's bad luck.
As in, we're having alcohol.
A podcast that includes the imbibement of alcohol. Could I have put together a sentence like that if I was drinking too much?
But the funny thing is if you look at the list, it's like, Teetotalers Unite or Soberville, and then they have the drinking too. So it's a funny mix. But we're on that as well. So top 40.
It's a mixed drink.
It's, yes, a mixed podcast, apparently. So that we're top 40 for the best.
Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Dee Dee.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Best alcoholic podcast in top 30. Best cocktail podcast. So I think that's good.
That's pretty darn great. Pretty darn great.
Yeah, so we're rocking and rolling, and we love doing the podcast. Again, anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Where you want us to go, because we really do listen to you. And in fact, I think it's okay to go ahead and say this. I know John gets very nervous when I do that, but I like sharing with everyone. So John is doing the Cruiseville next year with the Smallville cast. Not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
But he is. So next year, and I think it's July 26th, like for a week. Don't know if it'll be the Caribbean this time. Or next time. This time, that's where they are. The cast is...
We can put a link in the description below.
Yeah. And they're going to send us more information, but they wanted confirmation that John would do it, and we were available because it's a pretty tight schedule next year.
Yeah.
But not at that point, because we'll be done with the Happy Birthday America tour, because that'll go till July 4th, and this is July 26th. So we're like, yeah, we're in.
Oh, fantastic.
But what I was wanting to get to is we're going to do...
You just got Southern, but what I was going to go to...
Well, because I'm about to talk about Dukes.
Dukes.
Good news.
Good news. Good news. Love you, Jimmy.
We've decided we're going to do a cruise, a Dukes cruise. And it'll be amazing.
Wow, you just let that cat out of the bag.
That's what I was telling you. But I think for our folks, we should do that. We should let them know.
We have absolutely no information whatsoever, but we want to do...
You don't have the information. You were running this morning.
I have no information, not very far.
But it's pretty easy.
It's humid here in Nashville right now.
Yeah, to do a cruise and people who are good at it, people that we like. It'll be wonderful.
Thinking about calling it the...
Bose Boat.
No. Whatever body of water, like the Dukes of the Caribbean, or
I think that's
the
cute.
Dukes of the Mediterranean, or Dukes of wherever.
I bet it'll be the Caribbean, so I think
the Dukes of the Nile. Yeah, I don't want to make anybody have to get on an overseas flight to get on vacation.
I don't want to go to the Nile.
I've done that before, and it's just I do love a cruise.
Dukes there. I think the Caribbean's good to the south, way south.
Dukes is huge in over yonder. First time I was ever on a cruise ship. It was the maiden voyage through Celebrity Cruises, and the ship was called the Millennium, not the Millennium Falcon, but just the Millennium. And they found out I was on the cruise director. They knew I was on there, but a couple of days into it was a 2-week cruise. They said, the captain would like to see you. I said, okay. So the captain didn't know, he doesn't look at the roster or whatever they call it. But he wanted me to come up to the bridge. And this was the maiden voyage of this particular ship, but he had been a ship's captain for quite some time. And on the bridge there, in front of the big wheel, was something. Excuse me. He said he always has on every ship he has ever captained. And what was there, rolling a little bit like this with the little bitty movement of the ship? The General Lee, of course. It was like his rabbit's foot. So he always had the General Lee there, and I thought that was just so great, so great. So I'm looking forward to the cruise. You've been on a cruise, but not a lot, a little bit. You like them?
I do.
Yeah.
I do like them, and I think a Duke's cruise would be great.
Got to find an orange boat with an O1 on the side.
The Smallville
Ooh, we
cast.
can do that graphic, though. We can do that
Yeah,
graphic.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fun. And but what I was getting to is because you all were like, do a Duke's cruise after we announced that John's going to be on the Cruiseville, which is a Smallville cruise.
Is there going to be a big red cape on the back of that ship?
I guess we'll find out.
Would that be fun?
But everybody was like, well, we've got to do a Duke's cruise. I'm like, you know what? They're right. Let's do it.
They are right.
So we're going to.
Then we could do a haves and have-nots cruise where everybody just yells at each other the whole time.
That would be.
That would be funny.
I wonder if Time would be there.
But I don't think so. I don't think so.
Wonder what he's up to these days.
Funny thing, I don't know, but apparently, there's some news out there in that regard. But we went. If you follow us on Facebook, then you know this. But if you don't, we went to a restaurant in Birmingham.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Called Yo Chef.
Yo Chef.
And we went there because this one said, you want to go to Applebee's? And I said, okay, because we were driving and I wanted to have a little bit of a break. And I said, okay. She said, there's the exit. And I said, just a little more warning. In the future would be nice. But I was in the fast lane. I was in the no, I just flipped that thing over. But so now she finds another one. She said, hang on, I'll find something. Okay, in 2 miles, take a left. So we got, it seemed like it was off the beaten path, but it was actually just on a loop. So we got right back on the interstate after Yo Chef. I kid you not, walked in the door. The man that owns it was sitting at a bar. And the television above where he was, what was on it? The haves and have-nots.
That was crazy. And I'm in the bathroom. John's like, get out of here, get out of here.
Come here.
I thought to the bathroom.
Maybe he was going to end. So she comes out. Well, at first I saw Wyatt and Jeffrey. They were having a conversation. And then the very next scene was Catherine and I, and it's the one where early on in the series, where I'm yelling at her about something that she deserved to be yelled at about, and I take my shirt off. So I'm with my shirt off, and I put my robe on, and it was, I couldn't believe it.
So we're at the restaurant. Unbelievable. John's on TV, shirtless.
Random, totally random.
That was great.
The most random, but I tell you what, if you ever go through
all the food,
it was unbelievable. If you love collard greens, these are the best ones you've ever had. If you're saying, I don't want no collard greens, those things are bitter and they're go there, give it a chance, and ask them to bring you the homemade. It's not hot sauce; it's kind of hot vinegar. They put jalapenos and a bunch of peppers and things in
like oil,
vinegar and oil, I think, in a Hennessy bottle, and put a little cap on the top like a bartender would. And you sprinkle oh my God, as they say in Louisiana, that is slap your mama good. And it was.
They gave us a salad and lamb chops to begin with. We hadn't even paid for anything.
Caprese salad.
Unbelievable. It was the tomatoes were perfect.
They're 100 yards from the farmer's market, right? So the produce is exceptionally good. They can't, I guess they're candied yams or sweet ball. And the lamb. Woo! That lamb was so good. When I flossed my teeth 2 hours later, I ate the little pieces that came off the string. That was gross. I'm sorry I said that. But it's true. It was like, you don't want to waste a thing. Nothing. And what else did they have in there? It was just
all kinds of
so good
stuff. It was just good. Soul food. It was soul food.
Soul food.
Yeah.
Soul food.
Excellent.
So check that out sometime. We said, well, what are your hours? When are you, we come through here, we want to know. He said, well, we're open from 11 in the morning until 6 in the morning. So you can bet that's a jamming place.
Yeah, if you're going late night through Birmingham, there you go. That's your spot.
And there was I've never seen this actually in the United States. I've never seen this. There was maybe I shouldn't say. Never mind, because I don't know if that it had to be.
Oh, the hookah?
Not a hooker.
No,
Hookah.
I didn't say hooker. I said hookah.
I thought that.
Hookah. I don't know how you say that. I didn't do that. I didn't
H O U K K A.
HOOKA.
H O.
Maybe.
Anyway,
But you know, like
so they had that there too, and it
smoke
was.
that, and you put like.
I think it's steam. I think it's mist. I don't think it's smoke
Ew.
because I couldn't smell it.
I could.
Well, you got like Spidey, super
do.
no super nasal
I
patch.
can't stand the smell of cigarettes or cigars or.
I can't stand them.
I can't. I hate it. But yeah, I smelled it. And I'm like, ew. As soon as I walked in, I knew. But oh well.
Really?
But people were enjoying themselves.
Oh, the
And
people
the
were
food was
great.
great. So
They were great.
yeah.
Sweet.
We're about to get even busier. It's been busy, but we're about to get even busier with our happy birthday tour. It's
Right.
crazy. It's going to be fun though.
So we're in Nashville now, and then tomorrow, I think tomorrow we're going to go to pick up the motorhome, and then get our tails back to Madison for a couple of days, and we have to learn how to attach the Bronco to the back of the motorhome.
The Raptor.
The Raptor. So that we can have a vehicle when we go somewhere. So far, when we go somewhere in the motorhome, we basically have to drive our house around.
Or Uber.
Or Uber, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. Last motorhome, I had a motorcycle lift on the back, and that was great. But currently, that motorhome has been arrested, and there's no telling where the motorcycle is. But that was kind of a pain in the butt. I think if these people teach me how to do it properly, and I think maybe technology has changed. It's called a blue ox. It's a triangular thing like that, and the elbows basically attach to the front of the vehicle, and this attaches to the tow ball on the back of the motorhome. So it should be. Hopefully, it's going to be easier. Because once we start on this tour, we're going to be putting some miles on. I miss the motorhome. I haven't driven the motorhome in.
Yeah, we're going to go get it.
It's been a month. Our great friends there,
Cunningham Camper.
We want to thank you so much for not only
very patient. They've been great to work with.
And they fixed. You remember when the tire blew? It just kind of that tread came off, or belt, or the steel belt came off, and just destroyed a lot of stuff in the wheel well there. So they fixed all that. And they got it equipped to tow the Raptor, and now we just have to get the Raptor equipped to be towed, and then, like they say in Australia, Bob's your uncle, Sally's your aunt. Here's mud in your eye.
So, honey, does it have to be the Raptor, or can it be the other Fords or the other cars?
They have to be equipped to be able to be towed too, because it has to be able to have all four tires freewheeling. No, you can't just put. I don't know why, but you can't just put a vehicle in neutral. Years and years ago, I had an expedition, and they had to equip it with kind of looked like a choke, a T-bar that you'd pull, and it would disconnect the drive shaft.
So this one can only be fitted for one vehicle?
No. You just have to fit the vehicles. You have to make the vehicles so they can be towed.
Okay.
No, it's not a big deal, but you can't just do it. Right. I thought you could just put a car in neutral and tow it, and you can't do that. And I also don't know if the steering wheel has to be locked straight. I don't think so, but I know it's more complicated, more problematic than you would think. Mm-hmm. And with this kind of motorhome, the thing is 45 feet back there. The tires could be.
I don't know how you do it.
Could be like that, and you would never know it because you don't even feel the thing back there. So I have to take a class. Have to learn about it.
What if it falls off?
It won't fall off.
What if it gets
disconnected? Just get
dragged?
So many things would have to. It has the two elbows, right? And then it has the two safety straps. Mm-hmm. And then that whole unit is on the ball on the back of the motorhome on the trailer hitch, and then there are two safety chains there. So many things would have to fail in order for that to fall off. But you always do go check it. Motorhome folks, travel folks, Always check it. Make that a new part of your checklist. If you tow a vehicle or if you put a motorcycle back there on a lift, go back and check it to make sure nobody has messed with it overnight. You know, again, with these people that are looking for grandeur by doing absolutely nothing except stealing your stuff and screwing up your reputation, these people may also go out and unhook your motorhome, unhook your Raptor, your motorcycle, your whatever. You know, people, it's so bad now that I saw a commercial the other day. A woman is on her laptop and then wah wah wah. You know, your laptop has been compromised. Click here to the, and I think they use the name Morton, which is a legitimate company. Norton. Come on, Norton, address the ball. Hello, ball. But she clicked and a guy started to talk to her and she's like, no, I don't think so. No, I'm sorry. Nope. And hung up. So scams on the internet, scams on your phone, scams in general are so prevalent now that they are making commercials about people being scammed. And I just heard the New York Times. I think somebody got into Washington Times. Somebody got into their entire employee database in the last couple of days, and they had to change all the bits. So if that happens to you, and I hope it doesn't. It has happened to me. I don't think it's happened to you. Has it happened to you? Okay. Don't feel like an idiot. I sure felt stupid when I fell for that thing, but of course, I found out some things that were very helpful after that. But be careful. Be careful. I got one yesterday. My gosh, I got this thing yesterday. Yeah, and it looks so legitimate. And
folks, don't answer when it says John Schneider, manager, John Schneider. I mean, none of it's right. That's out of Nigeria. I think just to experiment, I put my number on for Somerset or something just to see if I would. I got 3 calls from Nigeria. John doesn't have time to personally address. He may answer on his Facebook. He may just say, "Oh, good job."
I'll answer on. I have been using TikTok lately. I figured, everybody's using TikTok,
but not Telegram, and not.
No, I don't use Telegram.
I have a chat.
I do use X, but I know some pretty stupid people that are really good at TikTok. So I figured, well, if that's possible, then why not use it? So I started using
with them. You don't have.
Well, but I will occasionally, if somebody says something nice. Oh, love you indeed.
No,
love you. Then I will
get on the phone.
Oh no,
Or you do a FaceTime, and they've literally got it where John's face and voice is on another. I don't know how they do it, but they're getting very tricky, very sophisticated.
Please text me right. Please instant message me right away. I want to know if it's you I'm talking to on Telegram. No, it's not. It is not. So the stuff that's happening out there, and again, I say it's really. What was a great movie, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, where they rob banks and they rob trains and things, and the Pinkertons are sent out. This guy named E.H. Harriman sends these people out to try to get Butch and Sundance. It's Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Great line of dialogue. Newman says, if Harriman would just give me what he's spending to make me stop robbing him, I would stop robbing him. So these people take so much time to scam you and me and you and everybody out of something. Why don't they just get a job? Why don't they just work for it? Why don't they just pull their own weight? Probably they'd make more money if they actually worked for a living rather than scamming and defaming you and I and you and a partridge in a pear tree. I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
And I want to apologize because I just realized I keep looking at the television. So
I'm sorry, there's so many things are happening.
Yeah, there's so much going on
right now.
And I'm sure it's like, why is she looking up? That's why Newsmax is on. I keep looking up. Sorry about that.
So we've called now for Iran's unconditional surrender. And this is the only time I've really felt pretty smart around this one because she's pretty darn smart.
You're super duper smart.
But I said, what United States general, also president, was called unconditional surrender blah? She didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Do you know? I'll give you 10 seconds.
No, 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 no. No.
Ulysses S.
Oh,
Grant
makes sense.
was known as Unconditional Surrender Grant. So, so as much as I would love to say that this is a brand new terminology, it's not, because as soon as I heard President Trump say that, I said, I've heard that before, and I think I thought it might have been Sheridan, but it was Grant, and Grant is who told it to Sheridan. Sheridan is who followed through with those orders. But anyway, I digress. I like history. I like history. I know you're a history major.
And we're going to put that together with the tour. We're going to try to have history notes and get together.
Celebrate local history.
Celebrate, the states. What is special about Maryland? What's special about Florida? What's special about California? The last one I don't know. No, I'm kidding. California's a big state. I feel sorry for the middle part of California because those are good folks. But they're good folks in LA.
Well,
it's just the government. The government there is the worst. The elected officials. I mean, there are a few like Vince Vaughn. He just came up in my mind. He's great. But
Vince Vaughn, the actor?
No, I always call him that though.
Oh,
Vince
sorry.
Fong.
Oh, Vince Fong.
Fong. He's a Republican.
Vince Fong.
There are a few.
Okay.
And he does a great job. He took Kevin McCarthy's seat. So it's tough to say, oh, the whole state's terrible, but the government officials.
It's another one of those. It's another one of those places where, if you take advantage of the opportunity to get absurdly wealthy by being a public servant, then you're not serving the public. In my opinion, terrible. You're not serving the public.
Terrible. It's all these gazillionaires. Well, gee, where'd you get that?
Yeah, and like
SAID, George S.
Yep. New York, same thing. I don't know this to be true, but I've heard enough times to believe it to be true that AOC has not been in her district in months. She does not hang out with or around or anywhere near the people that she serves. Why would you do that? Why would you get into public service if you didn't want to serve the public? There are a lot of ways in California to get rich. There's a lot of ways everywhere to get rich if you do the work. But why in the world would you pretend to be something that you're not and be able to sleep at night by getting rich for having done it? I don't understand it. I just don't understand the lack of integrity that seems to have. I'm not naive enough to think that it's brand new thing in our political system, but it seems to be much more prevalent these days than it was, say, when I was a kid. I don't think Eisenhower was a rich man. I don't think Truman was a rich man. Kennedy came from a very wealthy family, but he came to it wealthy. He didn't get wealthy because he was president. He got shot because he was president. And aren't we learning some stuff about that? It blows my mind.
Speaking of Kennedy, RF,
yay!
He's doing great.
Yeah,
Maha,
great.
Make America Healthy Again. Boy, he is on it. He's working on it.
Yep.
Where like these candies had the weird colors. Nope, can't do it. And they're trying.
Red dye number 3. They were coming against red dye number 3 when I was in high school, and I'm 65 years old. So they managed. The red dye number 3 lobbyists seem to have some way to have kept that poison in our systems and on our shelves since I was in high school. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's tough to get healthy food. It really is, especially bread. That's a bad one as well, because the chemtrails. There's just all kinds of stuff. It's scary.
That's because they are more concerned. It's called inventory. So, great thing about the studio store: T-shirts don't go bad. Music don't go bad. Grammar don't go bad. Hats and movies and stuff, they don't go bad. They sit there on the shelf, and I made a movie 10 years ago I can sell today, but I can't make a loaf of bread 10 years ago and sell it today. But you know what? You can. I'll bet you. I would love to know. Somebody do the research and find out what the oldest Twinkie in existence is. How long do those things last? We used to say in
they do McDonald's too. They'll have it like a McDonald's hamburger, and it's been there for 30 years. They have it in a case.
Oh, that's right.
Stuff like that.
They do time-lapse photography. of a natural, like a ma and pa hamburger and French fries, and you can watch that go like that, and while the McDonald's hamburger is just like hello, but it still doesn't look like the picture. How do they get away with that?
I don't know. They keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
But they haven't changed the artwork.
Right.
Yeah, they ought to call it the Not So Big Mac.
And you had Happy Meals, the Dukes of Hazzard Happy Meals, right?
I think Dukes of Hazzard was the first television show that actually was the box.
That's
the General
right.
Lee was the first box for a Happy Meal. I think it started out as paper and then it went to plastic, like a hard plastic, like a piggy bank. The General Lee, a cop car, and I believe Boss Hogg's Cadillac, which was
right.
perfect because, it already didn't have a top on it. So you could put the burger and fries and stuff in there.
I think the cruise will be a big hit. I think it'll work. It'll be wonderful.
Wow, that was a segue.
Well, just talking about Dukes of Hazzard, and everywhere we go, still, even when John had the big beard and even longer hair than this, and he's about to get a haircut. Oh, this was something
I just washed my hair and I can't do a thing with it.
It looks great. It does.
Yeah, thanks.
But I bought some hair product for him, so that's another thing. If you all think there's a really good hair product for curly, coarse hair, we'd love to know what it is. I'm not kidding, because
curly, coarse, white.
I keep buying products.
Kinky hair.
And John's like, I like it pastier.
It's got to be like clay. It's got to be like clay. By the way, we are not selling hair products.
No.
Okay, no.
You never know. It could happen.
It could happen somewhere down the line.
When we went to the drag race, the guy, Paul Mitchell guy, his daughter was racing.
Oh, yeah, John Paul DeJoria. I knew him back in the early 80s.
And I'm thinking you should sell hair product. I mean, you've got the most beautiful hair. And it's a bit unruly, so it needs hair products. So
it needs taming. Great quick story about that. There was a gentleman who used to come to John Schneider's Celebrity Machine in Burbank, 2909 West Olive. I don't have it anymore. But he brought, it was like a 1962 or 64 Rolls Royce that my guys would tune up for him in exchange for hair product. This guy hit the street every day. He was in Hollywood. That's when Solid Gold was on. I think Rex was on Solid Gold at that point. So he would go around and he would give hair product to celebrities just so that people would see it. And that's John Paul DeJoria. That became Paul Mitchell. He is the Paul of Paul Mitchell. And I believe the Mitchell side, I think that gentleman passed away. I never met him, but I think he passed away. And John Paul bought that company out. Anyway, he owns Patron. He owns a bunch of things. But years later, to me, he was just the guy that had the car that traded hair product for it. And it was a very boring bottle, white, with Paul Mitchell written on the side. I think when I first saw it, it was written in Sharpie. Oh. Right? So, yeah. Or, taped on there.
Better than that now.
So I did it.
Very basic.
Yep. So I did a ski event somewhere up in Banff, Canada. Beautiful place. Never been there. It's gorgeous. And I was waiting for my downhill partner to show up, and all of a sudden, here comes a helicopter, and this guy gets out, and he's got his goggles, and he skis over to me, and I said, "Hey, how are you? It's very nice to meet you." He said, "What are you talking about?" "Nice to meet me." He said, It's me. I'm the guy with the shampoo." I said, "Oh my God."
They'd be lucky to have you be a spokesperson.
Well, but here's the reason I'm saying all that. Back to the people who'd rather steal than work. This guy worked his ass off.
Now he's a gazillionaire.
For decades.
Good for him.
He deserves every single thing that he got. Why? Because he believed in himself, he wasn't afraid of the work, and he did it. And he didn't have to blast anybody on the way up, and nobody blasts him because this man is a prince. Be a prince. Don't be a fool. Be a prince. There you go.
Don't be a court jester.
Don't be a doobie. Don't be that was something like Winky Dink. Winky Dink. I used to watch a show when I was a kid called Winky Dink. And it was the first interactive television show because when you joined the fan club, they would send you this piece of plastic that you would put on your television screen, and they would send you markers so you could draw on, because they didn't want you to draw on so they would teach you how to draw. It was like be a doobie. So don't do it. Do it. It was great. I loved it. Here's to Winky Dink and Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans.
Oh, I love
and
Captain
Paul
Kangaroo.
Winchell, not Paul Mitchell, Paul Winchell, the Jerry Mahoney Club, on and on and on. Television raised me.
Hey, good morning. Hello, how do you do? Good morning, Captain. Good morning. Wake up,
Oh, really?
sunshine.
I don't know that. That's great. That's where Mr. Green Jeans was, right?
Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo.
Mhm.
Frank
Don't know.
McKeon? No, that's Michael McKeon. Shoot. Anyway, we'll find out. We love Captain Kangaroo. We love all that.
And you know, we've been watching movies more because we're out and about and sometimes we just want to be still. So golf got cut off early yesterday because it started raining.
Yeah.
Mr. Bravery here wanted to be, hey, it's okay. There's no lightning.
My clubs are
lightning.
my clubs are graphite. I wasn't worried about
And
graphite.
Her
clubs are metal.
Horn was going off, and I'm like, we can't do this. We got to go in. So it is kind of the rules there.
There's rules everywhere.
But a lot of people stay out. They do. They do stay out.
Well, but we were right in front of the clubhouse. The guy was funny. He comes out, he goes, whoa, like that. And we look up and said, dude. And he looked at me and he went, whoa. And then he waved and went.
So we did. So we had kind of an earlier night than we thought, but it's so nice little Old Hickory. We kind of bite there.
Yep.
And then we watched The Accountant too. It was really good.
Those. Yeah, it was good.
Interesting.
You need to see the first one. The first one was kind of shocking. This was, I don't know. This one was.
It was good.
It was really shot well. Affleck was great, and the gentleman, everybody was great in it. But it was, for me, it was just a little disjointed.
The first one.
Well,
the
it really didn't.
One's rarely better. Now look, The Godfather. I love the second one. The first one, second one. I even love the third one. The Godfather. Everybody hates the third one. It seems, no, I love it. I love them. I think they're wonderful. Many times when you watch a movie and the sequel comes out, part two, people don't like it as well.
It's like, please don't ruin it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Tell you what, Stand on It is a really good movie. That was my tribute to Smokey and the Bandit. But I think Poker Run is better. I found out just how far we could push the cars. And how far I could push the cars, because all the stuff on the dirt track, by that time I'd been racing some dirt tracks, so all the stuff on the dirt track was me on the dirt track. There's some green screen in there, but people who gave me a ration of crap about greens. Why do you use green screen? It's all over The Accountant. It's all over Reacher. It's all over everything. Everybody does it. The difference is, I do it with my crew of 4. And then I do the green screen work after. And these people are spending on green screen shots or CGI stuff. Like one shot in, we watched some other movie the other night that just had a big, I don't remember what the movie was, but one shot will cost more than my whole movie cost. There's 1,000 people that touch these shots afterwards. And I'm not making excuses, but if you feel like criticizing any of the movies that I've made, before you do, I want you to send me the last movie you made so I can look at it and I can be awed by your genius. How about that, you worthless turd? Don't call. Anyway, wham, wham, wham.
How do you really feel?
Call the ambulance. I feel free. I had a wonderful experience. Kind of camping and being quiet. If you haven't done that, if you haven't just sat and been quiet somewhere, I strongly recommend it. It's good for the soul.
This is coming from the guy that tells me all of the time, can you please not be so awake yet?
I got in from my run.
Wake up early, and I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? This is wonderful. And he's like, can you please not be so awake yet?
I got in.
I got it.
I got back from the run this morning, and I didn't run as far as I used to. I'm going to have to build back up to that. I've been doing the suit, but I have not been running as much as I used to. I used to run every day that I didn't do the suit. I need to get back to that. But I came back, opened the door, and I'm sweating, and she's first thing she says is, I know this may sound crazy, but what do you think about doing a Dukes of Hazzard cruise? Because the Smallville cruise is going to work really well, and I think we ought to do something. Maybe we'll call it can we say the Dukes of Hazzard cruise, or can we? I said, stop it.
He's not wrong. I did do that.
Stop it.
I can't help it though.
I'm trying to catch my breath.
My brain turns on right away. I wish it didn't, and I've got a problem with that because I wake up too early and I stay up, and I don't get enough sleep. So, any sleep aids? See, I love asking our friends advice because you're so smart.
Try that. It's good. Anyhow, we're going to keep doing this podcast because we're doing really, really well. I would love for you to go to johnschneider.shop. We will put a link down there. Check out the movies. Check out the music. I'm so proud of all that stuff, especially the last album, Made in America. Really, really good. And it's not just it is flag waving because the song, we'll put a link to this song. There's a wonderful video called She's Worth It. I got to sing that. I sing it every time we do a concert, but I also sang it on one of the last shows that Mike Huckabee did, Secretary Huckabee did here. And he's doing great, by the way. He's over there protecting our country and our interests and our people.
And text John right back, by the way. In the middle of all that, John said, "Hey, I hope you're all right. Love."
We just said, "Hey, we're praying. We're
and
praying for
right
you."
Back to John.
Praying for you. You're the right man for the job. You were born for such a time as this. And boy, was he! As soon as we found out that he was named the secretary ambassador. Pardon me, the ambassador to Israel. We were like, perfect.
Yeah.
There is nobody that would not only appreciate and honor that job more, but nobody who's better for it than former Governor Mike Huckabee. And we love that your daughter is the current governor. That is so wonderful, wonderful.
She's so smart.
Yep. Okay, folks, I think that's all the... No, we got a couple more minutes. You want to say something?
Have we met?
Hi.
I get in trouble all the time.
Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
No, but...
Shake my hand. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. What do you got?
I'm just saying that I'm happy that you all give us so much advice, and please keep it coming.
Yep.
And we're starting to fill in the blanks for the tour. That's why I go back to that, because it's tough to route. I mean, we basically what we're doing, we're finding anchor events, and then we're kind of trying to do 2 or 3 states during that time. So it will not be a full list July 4th. It will be here and there. So that's why you need to look at it every day, because it's going to change. I think when we book something, it probably won't change, but we will add slowly but surely. It'll be great.
And we are going to have a website dedicated to the tour.
They're working on it now.
And it will be attached. You can get to it. You can get to it by itself, but you can also get to it through the app. So I urge you, go to the App Store and download. It's free. The app is just called John Schneider. It will ask for your email, your contact information. Don't be afraid of that. That stays within the app.
To send you info.
That's so that you can get information. Okay, so do that. And also, I would love it if you would go to TikTok, look for the Duke of Smallville. I think that's what I currently am.
I thought you were just the Duke of the number.
No, I changed that. You can change it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll put that down here too. Go there and I guess you liked friend. I'm not sure what they call it on TikTok. But since TikTok did just get another stay of execution from President Trump, it is still going to be open for a while. Maybe whatever happened to everybody had a problem with TikTok, and also
the Chinese.
Well, 5G. No, I know why they had a problem. Why all of a sudden don't we?
I think we still do.
I resisted. But also there was an issue with the whole 5G thing. So food for thought. We used to be against TikTok and against 5G. And now that we are all using 5G because we have no choice, we do have a choice about TikTok, but the 5G thing just kind of is what we get. Now there's more cybercrime than ever.
Yeah.
Now there's more scamming than ever. Now there's more useless people making more money by not working than ever. So maybe we should backtrack on that. But until then, if you haven't sworn off TikTok altogether, it's, for me currently, it's if people that sit on a couch and eat bonbons all day manage to make money on it and sell their wares, then I'd kind of be stupid not to at least use that as an advertising arm. So I'm going to use that until somebody says, "Oh my God, it's wrong," and then I'm going to delete. Bam,
but
just
Facebook
like that.
Is the anchor.
But Facebook. I love Facebook. But until then, go to my TikTok page, the Duke of Smallville. Look for the little link below, and like me or join me or what. Oh, like me. Oh, man. Just click the little button so that your voice can be heard there as well. Because we do post different things on TikTok than we do on Facebook, than we do on
Instagram,
YouTube. Well, I think
X.
Facebook and Instagram are connected.
Kind of, yeah, they are, but
Yeah, I'm not sure how all that works, but it works. It works for people who do nothing. So why not use it for people who work their ass
and
off?
you can follow me too. I usually will put things.
I've been swearing a lot and shit. I'm sorry. It's because I'm free. Hi.
Do. I'm free. That was an the dancing movie Footloose.
Footloose.
Never get one chance. Heaven helps us.
Footloose was Kevin Bacon, right? Kevin Bacon?
And speaking of getting scammed, oh my gosh. I think they're a really nice couple, he and his wife, and they got totally scammed.
Kevin?
Yes.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
The Bacon brothers, great family, wonderful people.
They got totally scammed through like some financial guy or whatever, and they lost everything. So they're rebuilding, so support them, because that's really crummy.
Rent a Kevin Bacon movie tonight. Get the Bacon Brothers albums. He's a huge lover of music, and he and the brothers have been doing music for a very, very long time. So help them out, support them, pray for them. If you're a praying person, pray for them. I think that'd be great.
Got about a minute left. So on the 27th, John will be performing in Somerset,
Kentucky.
In 28th, same place. It's
car show.
Doing a car show, and some dude is jumping the fountain. Generally, it's not.
That's Raymond. Raymond. No, I'm not jumping it. No. I'm not jumping it. That's Raymond. Raymond Kahn. K-A-H-N, I think. N or A-N. Anyway.
And then July 3rd, Madison, Indiana, but late. July 3rd, like at 11 o'clock at night, into midnight.
Into midnight so that we can sing Happy Birthday at midnight.
And the mayor is going to do the countdown with this.
Mayor Bob. We love you, Mayor Bob. And then the other Mayor Bob. We love my brother, Mayor Bob. Hello, brother, Mayor Bob. Hello, Susie. Hello, Philip. Hello, everybody up there. Hi, Sheila. Happy late birthday, Sheila.
Happy birthday. And then when are you doing the evening?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Sue. What?
And then where will you be?
Oh, and then the evening of the 4th, we will be in Dunlap, Tennessee with Cody McCarver and the band. Dunlap, Tennessee is a great place. If you get anywhere near there, stop in, go to the Dunlap Mercantile. It's a wonderful, wonderful place.
I got my Duke boots there. It was a gift, and then Cody was sweet enough.
Your Duke's boots, yeah.
Yeah, to give me another gift on my birthday, these other beautiful boots. So yeah, Dunlap Mercantile.
Dunlap Mercantile.
They have wonderful things.
You can see a lot of that. He does a show called Small Town America, and I was in the first couple of them. It's really, really good. So check that out. Cody McCarver.
One more thing. That pink hat I love. Luke, I need that pink hat because I gave it away. I think it's the police officer's wife. The one that looks like
she's the dispatcher.
Oh,
she's the police officer.
Important. Who was the girl, the dispatcher on the Dukes? Like that one, right? Like the dispatch lady girl on the Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh, no.
No, it's the same type of thing.
No. She was the it is time. She was a telephone operator.
I gave that girl my pink hat.
Maeve and Lindsay Nutter. We love you guys too.
So I need that pink hat. I'll try to wear it next week if possible.
Yep, and I've been wearing my O1 hat. I should have worn my O1 hat here, but I don't want to blatantly sell stuff, you know. And by the way, you know what's so great?
Capitalism.
Capitalism is great, but I tell you what, here's beware of people who try to sell you beauty products with a beauty filter on their phone. Just saying. Somebody was trying to do that to me the other day. It's like, well, wait a minute.
Well, not everybody is as beautiful as you are.
Oh, yeah.
John only has to put on his underoos.
12 miles of bad road.
The rest of us have to work at it.
We love you. We hope you're doing great. We know you're doing great. What?
What? I love you.
I love you.
It's gone. Here, give me.
I love you too.
Please.
I love you too. You take care.
Love you.
Bye. This has been
Drinks with
John
me.
And
John.
Her. Bye.
You know what we mean.